Welcome to Book Talk. I'm Winston. I like to read good books, and you should too. Today we're talking about an entry from the Pocket Quest Game Design Jam 2023. There we go. And that is A Million Light Years Away. And the cover art on the front of this just perfectly encapsulates what this game is about. You are a kid, you have been swept up into a giant rip-roaring space adventure a la The Last Starfighter or Photon or Laser Tag Academy or whatever your favorite program from that genre is. There's, oh my goodness, principles of the game, foundational principles of the game. This just sets forth what this game is supposed to look like. You are a normal kid in a not-so-normal place. Space is crazy. Video games are awesome, but you are cooler. A little chaos is not such a bad thing. Space is crazy, but you will be okay. And that's kind of, that's the premise. We've got a chapter worth of background, and there is so much good stuff in here for story seeds for the background. The universe, there's an existential threat known as the Drift. There's a bad guy, the Robotronic League. Wait a minute. No. Hang on. The Robotronic League sounds like that's from Dr. Never, I think. Oh, goodness. The Dougs. Just, and then bucket loads of aliens. All the usual type of animal aliens that you get to encounter. Then you get to create your kids, because you are playing kids, make no mistake, going on a Goonies style adventure in space. There's several archetypes for that. The brain, the bodyguard, the hacker, the mechanic, the pilot, the spy. They have different things that they can do, different abilities that they're better at. Their talent trees are slightly different. They get different kinds of tech, and they have different things that round them out. Kids have pride, something that they take pride in that gives them a bonus to things, but that can be used against them, because pride goeth before a fall. And then, of course, you have your favorite video game. Kids can't die. Your kid can't die in this game. They can take conditions, they can get upset, scared, exhausted, and injured, and when they are out of conditions, they become broken. All right, now when you are broken, that doesn't mean you're dead. That means that whatever you are doing is going to automatically fail until one of your teammates can help you recover from broken and get back into the fight. The premise of the game is that you've been swept up to fight the Drift and the Dougs, and you do this by taking your skills and your tech, your video game pad, and you have to hunt down the different pieces of the galactic universe, plug into them, and restore the balance. And there are, conveniently, as many of these as you have players in your game, so that when everybody gets their moment to shine, when they get to do their piece of the story, you've got a complete game and everybody has gotten to do something cool. And that is meant to be played out over multiple game sessions. It's a dice pool game. So you're going to be rolling big buckets of dice. Well, not big buckets, but you're going to be rolling a handful of dice to do stuff. But some of the things that make this interesting to me is you can bank successes. If you really super succeed at a task, you can bank those successes, those extra successes, and use them later in the game. And you can push your rolls if you need to succeed better. If your stuff can become blocked, which is going to make it hard, you're going to have to help each other out to get past whatever it is you're dealing with. Then you get to, when you create your kid, you pick one of the archetypes, you get your talents, you can build your skill tree, and you get experience as you go through things. You become more experienced and better at doing things. But you're never going to get to the point where you don't need the other players. The Journey, this is a lighthearted adventure game about children living adventures in a strange universe and growing up how they do so, when they do so, while they do so. Whew. How they manage that is what we call the journey. It is their story. The drift can be defeated, but only by fixing whatever was wrong with them in the first place. The Dugs created the drift to help everybody and fix whatever was happening in the trails, but something went wrong, and some pieces of the code were corrupted, so they become a threat instead of a salvation. That's the thing. In order for the drift to be fixed, the children need to sneak into the nodes that are the pillars of the drift, connect their gamepad to central systems, and fix whatever is wrong in there. Once all the players have managed to do so, the drift is fixed, the Dug Empire can be overturned, the galaxy will be safe again, and then you can go home. Which is the, that's the driving purpose behind all of these kinds of things. They're trying to find a way home, but, trying to help out and be cool while they are doing it. There is... the system serves just fine. I think it works really well for what it is. It's meant to be light. It's meant to have a couple of cool things that you can do with it, and it does that great. The background material is just fine. There's a lot of good stuff in there, a lot of different story seeds that you can do. If you are familiar with this type of genre, you will have no trouble creating an adventure and going forth to save the galaxy. And it's really the only thing that I really wanted. I really want an adventure, so I hope we get an adventure as this line expands. I hope this line expands. And we got just some marvelous graphic design here on the templates. And that crazy, that's wonderful. Good stuff. This is really good. I'm really excited about this. I loved reading this one. And I have no hope that my gaming group is going to go for it, but who knows? That is a million light years away. You can find an affiliate link in the description below. Take you to DriveThru RPG to pick that up. While you're there, check out my book, Opposing Forces for Fate. Head over to DriveThru Fiction, pick up the Starman Saga, and you might even check out my own entry in the Game Design Jam, Scrappers. When you're done doing that, head on back here because there's more book talk to come.